Welcome to NTC News, where your story is our story. I'm your host, Sharon Patterson. The North Texas United Methodist just completed their annual conference. It was held at the Plano Convention Center. Our topic was God is doing a new thing. And our bishop, W. Earl Bledsoe, helped us to see transformation everywhere. The bishop told us transformation is here. Transformation is now. Transformation is on the move. And to find transformation all over the annual conference, we have come to Button Memorial UMC to come see their feeding program here in Little Elm, Texas. Give them some love, y'all. But before we spend more time with the kids, take a look at the sights and sounds of the annual conference.
Hello, my name is Mark Stamm. I'm Associate Professor of Christian Worship at Perkins School of Theology, Southern Methodist University in Dallas. I've been coming to annual conferences actually since about the mid-1970s, began coming as a student. And for me, the highlight of annual conference is to see folks and to do networking. So I'm always have my list of folks that I need to make sure I talk to. And this is one of the places I'll know most of them show up. So.
I'm Peyton Stewart, and we're from Highland Park United Methodist Church.
And this is a
North Conference.
My name is Phil Dickey. I'm from Highland Park United Methodist Church. I really am glad they're using electronic ballots now because I'm just impressed that the United Methodist Church is using technology.
Hi, I'm Scott Von Traeger, lay member from Frisco First United Methodist Church. Going to annual conference off and on since the mid-90s, and my favorite thing about annual conference is getting to see old friends and make new friends with all of the wonderful people in the United Methodist Church.
A highlight of annual conference is the electing of clergy and lay delegates. Here are those elected to attend. They will be traveling to Tampa, Florida for the General Conference in 2012. History was made in both clergy and lay elections. Dr. Donald W. Underwood was elected to lead the clergy delegation for the third time. No other person has had that honor. And Mr. Ricky Harrison, a 19-year-old rising college sophomore, was elected to lead the lay delegation. No one that young has ever led before. Congratulations, Donald and Ricky. The annual conference this year included a Mission Education Day, as more than 100 of us dressed in red t-shirts covered the whole North Texas area, reaching out to be God's hands. We are here in the kitchen of Button Memorial UMC, where a team of chipper volunteers prepares lunches 5 days a week. They prepare enough food for the 80 kids here on site, and over 200 lunches are sent across the town of Little Elm to feed children in need. In other annual conference news, there are two pieces of legislation I want to tell you about. One impacts Southern Methodist University, the other impacts the Gulfside Assembly in Waveland, Mississippi. The SMU Wesley Foundation was voted to become a ministry of the North Texas Conference. This means we will be growing more leaders over at SMU. Also, the annual conference voted to assist the Gulfside Assembly in Waveland, Mississippi with a $1 million contribution. Here's Bishop Bledsoe. He was recently there on the shores at the Gulfside Assembly in Waveland, Mississippi.
We're on the grounds of Gulfside United Methodist Assembly in Waveland, Mississippi. It is a sacred spot for many persons in the United Methodist Church. It was the first place where blacks and whites could get together on the grounds before integration actually took place. So it's always been a welcoming place. But as you can see, the hurricane actually flattened the ground, flattened the building, and so all we have is just a memory right now. The things I'd like for North Texas to do is take an interest, a vital interest in what's going on at Gulfside. We want to expand it, we want to build it, we want to be able to build it back, and it's going to be much better than it was.
It's art time here at the summer camp. We're having a great time, and now I want you to meet the pastor of this church. Her name is the Reverend Denise Peckham.
Hi, I'm Denise Peckham, pastor of Button Memorial United Methodist Church. When I came to Button Memorial about 5 years ago, the idea of mission and ministry in the community amounted to sending $75 a month to the local food bank. Since then, we have taken on the responsibility of the summer lunch program that feeds low-income children and in their families, all their children in the families, not just school-age children. And this year we have actually started a camp to reach those children, not only in their stomachs, but in their hearts and souls.
Not only are the lives of the children being changed here at Button Memorial UMC, but so are the volunteers that work with the children. I want you to meet Dion Pittman. He is the camp director here, and as he pours out into the kids' lives, they are pouring back into his. It's really a blessing, and it's really all about transformation.
Camp Button was kind of a dream started by Pastor Denise Peckham and myself. I designed a program for 72 children, and the first week of registration, we had almost 120 kids registered. So we had to shut down the registration show. That showed the need right there. Because there were so many that registered, meant that they would have been sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. And this gives them a chance to interact with other kids, to interact with other leaders in a safe environment, and to have mentors. And these are the things that the kids remember for the rest of their life. This camp is definitely transforming them. I've heard nothing but praises from parents. They're saying the first day the kids went home, parents were saying they were singing the Christian songs that we went over that morning. And they thanked us. They thanked us the next day for that. The fulfillment that I get out of this is seeing that child go from kind of shy the very first day, and as the camp goes on, they completely blossom. They're active, they're singing, they're being a part of all the activities, and watching the kids grow helps me grow. These are my guys. These are my guys.
Our bishop is so excited about transformation that he has appointed a special committee to review annual conference. This committee will meet all year long and then bring back recommendations to the 2012 annual conference. Leading that committee is the Reverend Paul Rasmussen. Paul, welcome.
Look, thank you very, very much. I'm really excited. You know, it seems like when you get in these big institutions and big bureaucracies, very seldom do you have a true chance to affect change. The bishop in this instance has said, we're not satisfied with annual conference and the way it works. So let's lay everything out on the table, and if we need to make changes, we'll make changes. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to put together a conference that becomes the model around the country, where people, laity, clergy, they want to come, they want to be inspired, they want to be informed, but it's done in such a meaningful way that they want to come back, not just endure it. We want annual conference to become the event in our calendar season where the very best and the very brightest of every local church would want to go to. It becomes an event that is so special and so desired to be at that every clergy would want to go back and identify their best and their brightest leaders, and they'd want to send them to this event.
Transformation is everywhere. Let's go to Argyle. Here we will see transformation via technology.
Hey, I'm Pastor Corey Knott at Argyle United Methodist Church, and I have something very exciting that I want to show you. It's called a giving kiosk, and it has transformed the way in which our congregation receives donations. This is a kiosk by SecureGive. It's a company that developed this technology. It's a touch screen. We found out that most of our members and folks that visit our church don't use checkbooks much anymore, and so they'd have their credit card. And so what I'd do is I'd walk up to the machine. I have my credit card here, and I would push on the touch screen here, make a donation. Now, because I've made a donation before, the way that the machine will know who I am is I will type in my phone number. So we'll do that. I'm going to hit continue. It's going to say, welcome, Corey Knott. So, or it'll take any number of members. Now, my wife can have her name here, or we could have an older son or daughter here. So all the names of the family that will come under that. So I'm going to push my name here. And then I've got 8 choices to choose from. I can make a donation to the operating budget of the church. I can make a donation to the Next Generation, which is our current capital campaign for our children's and youth building. I've got missions outreach, Vacation Bible School, youth missions, youth ministries, music ministries. All right, let's say I want to make a $100 donation to the youth mission trip. I will put the key here on youth mission trip, so that's highlighted in yellow. I will type in the number 100. All right, I can look here. My total amount here is 100. I'm ready to go. That's the amount I want. I don't want 1,000. I don't want $1. I want $100. I push make a donation. It's going to double check with me to make sure, is this correct? You want to give $100 to the youth missions? I say yes, that is correct. It's going to now ask me, do I want to use debit or credit? It's going to now ask me to swipe my credit card, so I've got a little key swipe here. It just gave me a receipt. It says that I have made a donation for $100. This will send an email to my inbox saying that I've made this donation with a confirmation number. It also then makes the donation electronically to the church and sends an email to our Chief Financial Officer here at the church as well.
This has been Sharon Patterson with NTC News, where your story is our story. See you next time.
Transformation is here!